The reason why you're watching this video is we need help to maintain and save this building for the artists and keep it from being developed by a developing group who will turn it into high-end lofts and condos. We think that it's more important for the city for this building to be an artist-run and artist-occupied building. And we think that the existence of buildings in space such as these that lend themselves to artists developing their art and craft and existing within the city limits is important to the development of the city and the culture and the personality of the city. If we don't support spaces like this for artists to use and to develop their art in, then we're killing a little bit of what makes the city great.
My name is James. I live at 111 Summer Street. I've been living here for about 3 years now, and I'm a musician, composer, also teach piano. I'm excited to be in an environment where it is very positive, and I think that people thrive off of each other. It's crucial, really, because without places like this and spaces like this, the music, the art, the work that people do just simply wouldn't be possible. Without my apartment here, it would be very difficult for me. I don't really know what I would do, to be perfectly honest. So it's been a very productive time, the years that I've lived here, and so much of the music that I've made and being able to practice it and rehearse it in the same space where I live is very important to me. We've done a number of concerts, almost one a month for the past year or so, and performances at the RISD Museum. I'm very excited. I'll be an artist fellow at the RISD Museum this coming year. Yeah, I think everyone living and working here is really doing good work, and it's great that and in any way it could be encouraged is really for the best.
My name is Tucker. I've lived here for 15 years at 109 Summer Street, and I do the maintenance and caretaker of the building. Room Full of Blues used to practice here at one time in Benita's spot. We've had Tish Adams downstairs singing. So it's a pretty cool group that's in here. And then we have Rick with all his music. It was a welcoming sight years ago when heat was very sketchy here, and you'd come around the block and you'd see a little steam coming out of the smokestack, and you realize, yes, the heat is on. But for a long time, sometimes it wouldn't be on.
And it still works in the smokestack?
Yeah, it actually is pretty good running right now.
Yeah.
But it was made in a day when fuel was probably 19 cents a gallon. So they would just run it, and they didn't care about how hot the building got or how cold the building got. It was just a cheap way, and that's how they did it back then. We need the affordable rent to do artwork here. And, you know, it shouldn't be a greed thing, it should be a cultural thing. And that every town needs a cultural thing.
Hi, I'm Jubilee. I live at Studio Blue, 111 Summer Street for almost a year now, and I'm a musician as well as an installation technician. I really love living here. There's a lot of wonderful creative people here and great opportunities to collaborate and make a lot of beautiful music happen. I think living communally helps, to eliminate some selfishness and just fosters the idea of helping other people and knowing that we all need help sometimes, and it feels good to help people. It feels good to be helped.
Hi, my name is Matt Lakaya. I am the owner-operator of Safari Model and Casting, and we've been at 111 Summer Street for just about a year. We work with designers and casting for TV shows. The place is very accessible, and it's a one-stop shop if we're doing video or a commercial or anything. Once a week, we work with local models and people that want to get into modeling. The age group usually runs from about 12 years old up until about 35. We can do commercials. You know, you have the video production here, so we don't have to go anywhere. Yeah, we can use the same equipment, and expansion would be great.
The space has become a hub for creativity and people, you know, productive people working within the community. Over the years, some great artists have occupied this building and space, and currently do, and in the future we hope that it just builds and continues to be that. The people that do have the ability to be creative and affect the world in a positive way with their ideas, it's important that those people have a space to do it in.
My name is Nicole Cooney. I have been at Summer Street for 2 years now, and I work at Studio Blue. I am an artist, a performer, musician, teacher, and a mother. Summer Street is one of my absolute favorite places in the whole world, and I lived in New York and was part of the art scene there for 7 years. And what I love about Providence is it has everything, all the culture that New York has, but it's just smaller and closer knit. And Summer Street, it just epitomizes that amazing community connection. There's no place I've been to in Providence that has this feel, and it has that freedom. That it's obviously just an amazing, brilliant space for musicians, artists, filmmakers, all of the great characters of Providence to hang out and do their work. And there's also just this great sense of like family, community here, and I think that's my favorite part.
Jerry Pulio, 109 Summer Street. I moved down here with Ricky Cote and Susie McMurtry. I think it was back in 1998. I've been here ever since. I love the place. It allows you to be who you are, and it gets your creative juices going. And to live in a space like this, people our age, they already know about Summer Street. Summer Street has been discovered, you know. More like, you know, a cool place, a place to do artwork, a place to play music. 10 years the art class has been here. So portrait class on Monday nights and life drawings on Wednesday nights.
Wow,
This is where the magic happens.
Yeah, right?
This is where the magic
This place is magical. I'm not kidding. It's magical here. This place needs to be preserved because this is where the magic happens.
As an artist, you need big plays, high ceilings, you know,
I think,
lots of light too.
yeah, I think
You know, it gets really expensive to rent. I remember paying $100 a month for rent, and my electric was $16 a month. You know.
how does that affect, you think, the ability to be an artist if you have high rent?
No, what ends up happening is you're working to pay your bills, and when you come home, you're exhausted. Who wants to do artwork? You know, you worked all day just to cover your bills. I think it'll be just another vacant building with condos available to rent, and no one here to rent them. And the rents are so high, only football and baseball players can afford it.
I'm Galen Anderson. I live at Studio Blue in the Haskins building on Summer Street, and I work at Durkee Brown, Viveris and Werenfels Architects in the Drury District in Providence. This is an amazing space to live and work in. What makes living here great is that you're surrounded constantly by creative people who inspire you on a daily basis. The Providence, Rhode Island stands so much to gain from helping a building like this and a community like this, because it will overflow into the empty parking lots around us and inspire artists all over the city to come together and work as a community and do what they do best. And what we have in return is our unique set of individuals who will interact with everyone who's already out there in the field. The city of Providence Street, we're only 2 blocks away from what will become a main corridor through the city of new development. So we should not waste this opportunity to take this one small building that stands alone and transform it into something that it's already doing, but can do so much better with your support.
If you understand what we're trying to do and appreciate that the city has a personality and a culture that is unique and progressive, then I think that this is really important for you to know about, and we should really work together to try to figure out how to maintain places like this instead of sitting by while they get bought up and turned into empty shells of what they once were.
My name is Ali American. I work on major motion pictures throughout New England. I would love to see more films come to Rhode Island, and I think a major production facility here in Providence would help make that happen. This place is important. Studio Blue and just this building in general is so important, especially in a city like Providence that prides itself on its artistic community. It's important because it serves as an incubator for people from all different walks of life and all across the artistic spectrum. We have a lot of different types of people here. And it serves as a space for people to communicate, people to socialize, people to network, and allows us to sort of live our lives with like-minded creative individuals. Turning a building like this into a full-fledged production facility would more than benefit the state in that it would bring films into the area. It would bring money into the area. I work in the film industry, and there really aren't any production houses in Rhode Island at all. When a movie comes into the area, they spend a lot of money, and a lot of them need editing suites, a lot of them need sound stages, or they need some sort of production house, and there really isn't any of that. I've worked on a number of different projects. I worked on an HBO miniseries called Olive Kitteridge, starring Bill Murray and Frances McDormand. I worked on a film that's in theaters right now. It's called Spotlight. Starred Michael Keaton and Mark Ruffalo. I just completed an action horror movie. It's called The Purge 3. It's Blumhouse Productions and Universal Studios. There are a couple films that are coming to town. One, I'm not allowed to give a lot of details, but it's a Jim Carrey film. There's a couple low-budget, $500,000 to $1 million movies that are looking at Rhode Island. The thing with Rhode Island is we have a great tax incentive, which attracts a lot of movies. But when a film comes to Rhode Island, they want to know what sort of support facilities we have that can support a film. So when they come to Rhode Island, they say, well, is there a sound stage? Is there a studio? What kind of facilities do you have in Rhode Island that are geared towards filming? And there really aren't any. There's a couple rundown facilities that we use from time to time that we need to sort of reinvigorate every time we want to use them because they're more or less vacant. But there really isn't a working production facility in Rhode Island, and that is something, coming from someone in the film industry, that is something that we desperately need in the state to attract business and to attract projects to come here and spend their money. I would love to see Studio Blue have the resources to be able to expand into a full-fledged production house. This is something that I think we desperately need, and we would appreciate your help.
My name is Shenge. I live at 109 Summer Street. I'm part of Studio Blue. I've been living here for 2.5 years, and we are here exploiting the possibility of turning this place into a studio village for musicians, artists, everybody who has something to say and something to do concerning art. We have neighbors upstairs who do piano playing and acting and trumpet. And even a while ago, we were being disturbed by a trumpet player upstairs. And that is what we do, and that is what we hear. This is the community for this kind of encouragement in Rhode Island at this time, right now. So you would walk in here and hear just about anything happening here. Anything that facilitates Rhode Island with art, you can find it in our community. So we ask you people out there to support us in what we're doing, because we're trying to expand this way. It's all inclusive to anybody who has something and need a place where they can create their art to come here for some period of time. We believe that if we are facilitated with an influx of money or a lower rental situation or owning the building, we could amplify our incentive in making it amenable to a whole lot of people and a lot of artists who find it an impossibility to having a place to perform or to present or to work with their art. We have yoga. We have people interested in coming here even to do some prayer meetings. We have a lot of applications here for people applying for space to express themselves and express their community. Video production, 3D productions, recording, record mixing, record remixing, photography, clothes, designs. Oh, we are all to everybody and everything. We are hardly missing anything. You call Studio Blue, what we don't have immediately, we can get and we can facilitate by the contacts and the compliments we have from here to China. We go all over the place. We have toys making in China. We have clothes making in California. We are all over the place. But we need the incentive of people to make this a community whole and to make us viable. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your reverence. We wish you well.
My name is Prudence. I'm 6 years old. I'm 6 years old, and I live on Summer Street. And I love this